Okay, so today we'll be learning about one concept called test driven development process. Okay, so first of all, we need to know what do you mean by test driven development. Okay, so same as what we have learned about SDLC, software development cycle, life cycle, right? So it is similar to something like that. Okay, so that is what, so it is an approach same as we have seen about SDLC also, which is also an approach for developing the software product, right? So here also it is an approach where we write tests. Okay, tests in the sense some sort of test cases, if you people know about test cases. So so test cases are nothing but conditions. Okay, so that will be run on the a piece of code, that is okay, not just on a single piece of code. Okay, there might be multiple codes, and also testing in the interface part as well. Okay, right. So test driven development is like a combination of what implementation phase and testing phase. Okay, implementation phase and testing phase. So this is a combination of both the things. Okay, so here what will be done is, so since it is an approach for for writing the test before the code. Okay, that will be before the code that has to be implemented. Okay, so test driven development process, coming to this diagram. Okay, so what will be done is, first of all, we will be identifying new functionalities. Okay, so we will be defining and identifying new functionalities, and then based on the new functionality we will be writing the test. Okay, so after writing the test, then we have to run the case, and then if the test is, there will be some condition here that if the test if when we are executing the test case, right, if it is successfully done, okay, then it will again it's like how we test in a particular software product or application, whatever we are going to test. Okay, so it's like we'll be testing one module, and then we'll be testing another module. First of all, it will be first test cases will be uh, written before implementation of the software application or product, right? So so you need to know then, so the test cases will be written before the implementation phase. Okay, and the test will be executed after the implementation is done. Suppose this is one module and this is another module. Okay, so initially we are just making one module. Okay, so we are implementing one module, and then based on whatever test cases has been created, so we will execute those test case on this particular module, or you can also say a single piece of code. Okay, with a single piece of code in the sense like it can be function, or it can be arrays, or whatever it might be. Okay, so once this is successfully done, then it will go to the next module. We will be identifying another functionality. That is how it is. Okay, so we'll be identifying another functionality. Okay, and then before we are just identifying. Okay, so before implementing, we'll be writing the test, and then we run the test. Okay, so this is how it is. Like we cannot move from from one model to another model. We cannot move, right, without testing the initial previous models. Okay, or piece of code, you can say, right? So until you test this successfully, you cannot move to the another, you cannot implement another modules there in the software application, right? So that is the thing here in this concept. Okay, so coming back to the diagram here. So we will be identifying new functionality, and then we will be writing the test after defining the new functionality. We write the test, and then we run the test. Okay, so if the test is successfully done, then again we'll be identifying or defining the new functionality that will be done again. Okay, then again write test, run test, and then based on the condition, since this is nothing but this symbolizes what condition. Okay, if it fails, okay, So if it fails, then what happens? We need to implement functionality and refactor. So what do you mean by this implement functionality? That is, so we need to implement functionality in the sense can be any module or any single piece of code, right? So we need to implement and we need to refactor. Okay, so refactor in the sense we will be we will be retesting it. Okay, that is what, again, that is, this is how it will be going. So we need to implement the functionality, then we can go to we again the process starts from here. Okay, that is run test, and then if it fails again, we have to implement functionality. If it pass, that is, if it is successfully it is done, then we identify new functionality. Okay, that is we can. So if one so if first model testing is done successfully, then only we can move to the next functionalities. Okay, so that is how it is.